Have you ever noticed like your dog bopping their head along to music?
Yeah.
And it just like makes you wonder if they're actually like feeling it.
Yeah, like really getting into it.
Well, today we're going to dive deep into this whole idea of humans and animals connecting through music.
Yeah.
And we're going to be looking at this super interesting article from Listverse called 10 Cases of Humans Connecting with Animals Through Music, which came out this year, January 20th.
Oh, wow. Very recent.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're going to check out some amazing examples of animals reacting to music and what it might tell us about them and maybe even about ourselves.
Right.
So,
I think one of the most fascinating things is that it's not just anecdotal.
right.
Like there's actually scientific evidence that music impacts animals physiologically.
Okay, so let's get into that sciencey stuff then.
Yeah.
What kind of like changes are we talking about like physically in animals when they listen to music?
Well, studies have shown that their heart rate can change,
Oh, wow.
their brainwave patterns can change,
Mm.
and even their stress hormone levels.
So it's not just us kind of projecting our feelings onto them, like they're actually going through something.
Exactly, yeah. There are actual measurable differences happening.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and like, for example, there's research showing that classical music can actually calm dogs down,
Right?
which makes sense to us.
Yeah.
Kind
Yeah,
of calming.
like spa music.
Exactly.
But what about other genres though?
Right.
Do animals like have like different musical tastes?
Well, it seems like they might.
Really?
There's been research that's found that certain music, like reggae, can actually increase heart rate variability in dogs, which is interesting because higher heart rate variability is often linked to a state of relaxation.
Wait, so you're telling me that like there's dogs out there who are like reggae fans?
It seems that way?
I'm picturing a dog with a Rasta hat, just like vibing to Bob Marley.
Totally.
But seriously, like why reggae though? What could explain that connection?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
Mm.
We can't say for sure what's going on in their minds,
Right,
but it does suggest that they're reacting to more than just like sound.
right.
You know, maybe it's the rhythm, the tempo,
Yeah.
or even the specific frequencies in reggae music that like resonates with their physiology in some way.
Hmm. It really makes you wonder like how much more there is that we don't know about how animals think and perceive the world.
Absolutely.
Now, this article from Listverse mentions this YouTube video from 2012 that has over 26 million views,
Wow.
which is wild. It features this jazz band called the New Hot Five playing for a herd of cows in France.
I've seen that one.
Have you?
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's wild.
So describe it for people who haven't seen it.
Well, the cows aren't just passively listening, you know.
Right.
They actually gather around the band.
Yeah, they like come closer.
Yeah, some of them even like venture closer to the musicians, and it really seems like they're captivated by the performance.
So we've got like dogs who might be into reggae
Mm.
and cows who are digging jazz. It's amazing.
Like, what is going on?
Right. It's the big question.
What could possibly make these cows want to like gather around and listen to Dixieland jazz?
It's tough to say for sure.
Right.
But it's clear that they're responding to something more than just noise.
Right. They're choosing to be there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe it's something about the social aspect of it, like the musicians playing together,
Mm.
or, you know, maybe those intricate melodies and rhythms are stimulating their senses in a way that we don't fully grasp.
It makes me think of that video of Bailey, the golden retriever,
Yeah.
who went viral back in 2011
The head bobbing.
for like bopping his head along to his owner playing guitar.
Yeah.
That video has almost 15 million views.
Amazing.
It's insane. Do you think like golden retrievers as a breed could be more musically inclined?
Well, it's interesting you say that
Yeah.
because the Listverse article does mention that golden retrievers are historically bred for companionship and intelligence.
So maybe those traits contribute to, you know, a heightened sensitivity to music and a deeper connection with their humans.
So they're like picking up on the human's emotions and then feeling the music even more because of it.
Exactly. Yeah, like a shared experience.
That's super interesting. Okay, and then there's this video of this black cat that appears to be singing the blues
Oh, yeah.
along with its owner's guitar playing.
I love that one.
It's pretty great.
So cute.
What do you make of that one?
Well, it's a great example of just how many different ways animals engage with music, you know?
Yeah.
The cat's meows, while maybe not technically blues music,
Right.
do seem to have a sense of timing and rhythm that's more than just random meowing.
Right, like it's following along.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing. It really does make you wonder, can animals feel those deep emotions in music?
Right.
Like the blues, which is so much about human feeling,
Yeah.
like, are they feeling the blues?
It's fascinating to think about. And then you've got this video of a harpist playing outside,
Hmm.
and she attracts a deer with her music.
Oh, wow.
The deer just stands there, completely absorbed, for like a whole minute.
It's beautiful, right?
It is.
And deer, they really rely on their hearing
Right.
to survive in the wild.
Yeah.
So maybe for them, music isn't just like pretty sounds, like maybe it
Oh.
triggers something deeper.
Yeah, maybe it taps into their instincts, like their awareness of their surroundings.
That's interesting. It's more than just entertainment for them.
Yeah,
It's like almost like a different sense.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder if music could be a form of communication for animals,
Oh, wow.
like a language of emotions that we don't even fully understand.
Right. Like we're just starting to kind of understand it.
Yeah.
So it seems like we've seen with the dogs and the cows,
Mm-hmm.
animals might be attracted to music for all sorts of reasons,
Yeah.
like the social aspect, like with the cows and the jazz band, and the emotional connection, and then like maybe even survival instincts, like with the deer.
Absolutely.
Wild.
Yeah. And speaking of the social aspect, there's this adorable video from 2018 of a little girl playing the concertina, and a bunch of cows just come running up to her to listen.
Stop. That's so cute.
Right now.
It's like that movie, The Horse Whisperer
Oh,
with Robert
yeah.
Redford.
Yeah.
Like maybe there are music whisperers.
That's a cool thought.
Yeah.
Like some people just have this natural ability to create music that really connects with animals.
Yeah, and they're not even like consciously doing it.
Exactly, yeah. It's like they're tapping into something deeper.
Maybe it's less about whispering and more about finding a common language through music.
Right, like bridging that gap between humans and animals.
Yeah, I love that. And okay, so we can't forget about Farmer Derek,
Oh, Farmer Derek, a classic.
the Kansas farmer who went viral for playing Lord's Royals on his trombone for his cows.
Yes. That video got something like 25 million views.
It's amazing. Like, it really shows you how much people love seeing animals react to music.
It's a universal thing.
But why, though? Like, why would cows be into a pop song played on a trombone?
Well, remember, cows are very social animals.
Right.
So maybe they're drawn to the whole group activity aspect of it, Like they see all their cow buddies gathering around and
Yeah.
like, hey, what's going on? Party time.
So it's like a social cue for them, like a way to bond.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's so cool. Okay, now let's talk about chimps.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're like our closest relatives, right?
Right.
So I'm super curious about how they react to music. This Listverse article talks about a video from 2018 where this guy named Dave Norwoods plays this instrument called a handpan.
Yeah, it's like a really mellow, resonant sound.
Yeah, I've heard them before.
Yeah.
And he plays it for a bunch of chimps at this rescue sanctuary in South Africa.
Yeah.
What happens?
It's really sweet.
Yeah.
The chimps seem totally captivated by the music. Yeah, some of them like chill out and relax, and others start moving around like they're dancing.
Like actually dancing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. Do you think, like, by studying their reactions, we can learn more about how music appreciation evolved?
I think so.
Yeah.
And the Listverse article actually mentions a study from 2017 that was published in this scientific journal called PLOS1.
Okay.
And they found that certain kinds of music, especially slower tempos and simple rhythms,
Uh-huh.
could actually reduce stress in chimps living in captivity.
So, like, music therapy for chimps.
Exactly, yeah.
That's incredible. I'd love to see more research on that.
Yeah, it's really promising.
So we've got music that might be therapeutic for chimps, just like it is for us.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay. Shifting gears a bit, the article also talks about this famous violinist, Ray Chen.
Oh, yeah, he's incredible.
And he played Vivaldi's Winter for a group of horses.
I remember that video.
And get this, one of the horses was actually nodding its head along to the music.
It's wild. Yeah, super complex music.
Yeah, like super intricate Baroque stuff.
Yeah.
What could a horse possibly be getting out of that?
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Horses are actually very sensitive to vibrations.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even more so than humans.
Yeah.
So maybe they're experiencing the music not just through their ears,
Yeah.
but also through their whole body.
Like feeling it.
Yeah, feeling the vibrations in a way that we can't even imagine.
So they're literally like vibing with the music.
Totally.
Okay, so we've talked about land animals. Now let's dive into the ocean.
Okay.
Because the article also has some stories about humans connecting with dolphins through music.
Right.
Which, dolphins, they're known for being super intelligent,
Yeah.
and they have these complex communication systems. So I'm super curious to hear what happens when they encounter music.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
Yeah.
So there's this one story about a flautist named Sally Walker
Okay.
from the Australian National University, and she played her flute for some wild dolphins in Port Stephens.
Wow.
And get this, the dolphins actually vocalized back to her.
No way. Like, they were having a conversation.
It seemed like it.
That's amazing.
Oh, I know, right?
Like, were they trying to communicate through music?
It's a possibility, and it's pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, it really is.
And then there's this other story about a dolphin named Hope
Ah.
at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium in Florida.
Uh-huh.
And Hope apparently loved it when one of the staff members would play flute music for her.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
That, like, music really can break down barriers,
Totally.
between different species.
Yeah, it's like a universal language.
It's like this shared experience of sound and emotion that connects us all.
Exactly.
Okay, for our last animal, let's talk about elephants.
Okay.
Because they're known for being super intelligent and social
Right.
and having all these complex emotions.
Yeah.
So I'm really curious to see how they respond to music.
Yeah, well, the article talks about this pianist named Paul Barton.
Oh, yeah. I've seen his videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays classical music for rescued elephants in Thailand, right?
Look at him.
There's this one video, it's like super emotional,
Yeah.
where he plays for this blind elephant named Lam Duan.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And she stands like right next to the piano.
Yeah.
Like she's just totally absorbing every note.
It's so powerful to see.
Yeah, it really shows you the impact music can have,
Right.
even on animals who've gone through so much.
It makes you think about, like, the role of music in animal sanctuaries
Oh, totally.
and rehab centers,
Yeah.
Like, maybe it could be a tool to help them heal.
Yeah, like music therapy.
Exactly.
And I mean, Barton's videos are super popular.
Yeah, they go viral all the time.
His video of Claire de Lune has something like 12 million views on YouTube,
That's amazing.
which shows you how much this idea resonates with people.
Yeah, it touches something deep inside us.
Like this idea of music as a healing force for both humans and animals.
Exactly.
It's really beautiful. I mean, wow, we've covered so much ground today.
Yeah, we have.
From reggae-loving dogs to jazz-loving cows to elephants swaying to classical music.
Uh-huh. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like, maybe music isn't just a human thing.
right.
Maybe it's something much deeper and more universal.
It's like we're just starting to peek into this whole hidden world of how animals experience music and sound.
Exactly.
Pretty mind-blowing.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is we've really only just scratched the surface.
Right.
Like, imagine what we'll discover as scientists keep researching this.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about.
Yeah.
I'm really intrigued by the idea that music could help us communicate with animals better.
Yeah, that's a fascinating thought.
Like, could we use music to understand what they need, how they're feeling, even how they see the world?
I mean, if music can have such a profound impact on them like we've seen today,
Right.
who knows what other secrets it might hold.
Yeah. Like, maybe through music we can tap into this deeper connection between all living things.
I love that.
Yeah.
This whole deep dive has just left me feeling so much wonder and wanting to learn even more.
Me too.
It's clear that there's so much more to discover about the world of animal music.
Absolutely.
And that's what's so exciting about science.
Yeah,
The more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know.
exactly.
So as we wrap up today, I want to leave you with this question.
Okay.
If music can affect animals in such profound ways, what does that tell us about the power of sound and its role in, like the big picture of life?
Yeah, the grand symphony of it all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe the answers aren't just in scientific research, but also in taking the time to really listen and observe.
Yeah, with an open mind and an open heart.
Exactly. To all the melodies and rhythms that connect us all.